What's going on, guys? My name is John Baker. I'm the youth minister here at New Life Christian Church, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite books of the Bible, and that's Job. And so Job starts out in chapter 1. It talks about, or it introduces Job. Job is this blameless and upright, as quoted from God, follower of God. He performs animal sacrifices for when his family does something bad, and he has everything that somebody needed in the Old Testament. He needed all the animals to plow the field. He needed the servants to man the field. He had money. He had a huge family. He had everything that you needed. He took the multiplication demand from God, and he did it. He had a multitude of kids. And so in chapter 1, we're introduced to Job, and he's considered blameless and upright from God in particular. But in chapter 1, Satan meets with God, and God ultimately grants permission to Satan to test Job and to put Job through these trials. And so you might be asking, why did he do that? Why would God do that? You know, maybe you even feel like you're under attack and that God has given permission for Satan to attack you. But there's this one rule that Satan has that he has to follow from God, and that's it. It's that he has to preserve Job's life. He just can't kill Job. And so Job chapter 2, he's given all these painful sores on the bottom of his feet, and he's trying to take broken pottery and scrape all the sores off of his foot. And you know, at that point in time, he's like, what in the world is going on? And his wife at the time, she says, Job, are you cursing at God? And he goes, no, you're talking foolishly. Why would I ever do that? Because Job knew that if he talked foolishly, God was going to kill you. And his wife even said that as well. And so then Job chapter 3, he's asking all these questions. Why this? Why now? What did I do to deserve this? And then throughout the book of Job, we're introduced to these three friends. And these three friends are taking a lot of time to essentially say, Job, you know, you're being punished for a sin that you haven't talked about, that you haven't, forgiven yourself for, or God hasn't forgiven you for. There's something that you must have done to deserve this punishment. And so this punishment is deserved, Job. All these three friends, they are the definition of tough love people. They're saying, Job, you better repent. And if you don't repent, these bad things are going to continue to happen. And so for a lot of the book, Job is wrestling not only with his friends, but with God as well. Job is asking all of these questions. God, why me? What did I do to deserve this? What did I do to deserve the heartache of losing family, the pain of these painful sores on the bottom of my feet, the temptation to just be mad at God? All of those different emotions not only are justified, but they were somewhat expected. And so throughout the whole entire book of Job, whether it was losing his family, the painful sores on the bottom of his feet, or being cursed, Job never loses sight of God. He never loses sight. He always looks up to God and says, why? And it's in this story that we are taught that it is okay to ask questions. We are taught that it is okay to be like, God, why are you doing what you are doing? We will never truly understand what God is doing and why he is doing it, and that is okay. And in this story, Job continues to fight just like we do each and every day. God, why did I get fired from that job? God, why am I struggling so much to make ends meet? God, why am I struggling so much? My kids are not doing well in school. They don't want to be social. They don't want to, whatever it might be. My kids are going through it. I'm going through it. My parents are going through it. Whatever it is, it's okay to ask these questions. And Job teaches us that. It's okay to question. And when you ask a question, you somewhat expect an answer. But the answer that we get from God is not always the answer that we want, that we need, or that we deserve. God, you can sit there and say, God, I want you to work right in this area right in front of me. And God could be performing a miracle in the background, and we would never see it because we, as people in 2023, we want things our way and our timing. And I hate to break it to you, and this is something that I've had to learn here recently as well. God does not work according to our plan and according to our time. And so I want to challenge you guys today. Are you asking God questions? What answer are you looking for? And how can you see God move in different ways than expected? I hope that this resonates with you guys just a little bit. The book of Job is absolutely incredible. And if you have not read it chapter by chapter, I highly, highly encourage it. I did it recently, and it's one of my favorite books of the Bible because we see somebody fight and struggle with God so much. And if you continue to follow God and build a relationship, we know that not all relationships are perfect. We know that relationships have their battles and they have their ups and their downs. It's so important. Ask God questions, see how he's moving, and what are you going to do about it? Hope you guys have a blessed day, and we'll catch you guys soon.